Jon Jones' use of you grab his wrist and he comes over the top with an elbow.
Yeah.
I mean, that is hand trapping.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it really is what it is.
Or when he delivered to Shera.
Oh, yeah.
That's limb destruction.
Yep.
That's old school limb destruction.
Yeah.
How and why that hasn't been rabbit holed a lot more. Although you do start to see that in that moment where I get to 4 points and I'm going to stand up, and you just kind of decide, okay, that's all right, we'll get back to the fence. In that process of standing up, a lot of guys throw a fight finishing kick there, or just at least take that chance to smash your leg with one. There's free shots that exist in these moments, and Jon Jones is a master of finding them.
He really is. Yeah, I hope they figure out what the fuck they're going to do with him soon. I don't know where they stand now in terms of his suspension or what have you, but here's my ultimate goal, my hope, my dream, is that Cormier fights Stipe for the heavyweight title, and somewhere around then they announce when Jon Jones' suspension is up, they announce Jon Jones versus Brock Lesnar.
Ooh, man. Love it. I love it. Look at their body types and look at what they are and where they come from. I love it. But I know you've sat down with Jon and stuff. But what did you What did he feel like? Do you know what I mean? What read did you get from him? Did you feel like he was saying the things that he thought you wanted to hear, or did you feel he was being honest and genuine?
He's definitely both. He's being honest, and he's also had some things that he planned out. I like Jon a lot. I really love that guy. But I think he surrounds himself with a bunch of knuckleheads. I think
Johnny Bones Jones. We've seen the story, ladies and gentlemen. We've seen it with Mike Tyson. We've seen it. Somebody's biggest competitor, somebody's biggest opponent is always the person in the mirror, man. Whether they admit it or not, it's always a fact of life. It turns out that Jon Jones' biggest problem is himself. His lack of discipline, the fact that he is wild helps him within the ring. He is the greatest of all time, one of the greatest light heavyweight of all time, possibly the greatest heavyweight of all time, when he finally makes the move up to heavyweight. But as we know, his biggest problem is the mirror, himself. He can't control himself. He is a wild individual. That's what makes him great, and that's why he's suspended. He has failed 3 out of 4 USADA drug tests, right? We've heard every single theory people have to throw at it. Oh no, they found it in his cocaine. Oh no, he's been partying since whenever. And the only logical conclusion I can come up with is the latest conspiracy theory over Jon Jones, which is the one Matt Mitrione said. He said Jon Jones has been microdosing PEDs for a very long time. Why? Both his brothers, professional athletes, have gotten popped for doing that. And it's not far-fetched to assume that he's been microdosing. Listen, every single time he's tested positive for something, it's been in very small trace amounts. Not enough to actually create a competitive edge. But if you were microdosing, I don't know. It's all speculation up until Jon Jones comes back or actual proof of this is found, right? But we know what he is to the sport. He is an all-time great. He will go down in history as the GOAT. He will be on somebody, if not everybody's Mount Rushmore, right? My problem is, how long can he keep this up? Jon Jones is already 30. He's in the prime of his life, and he's not competing. He hasn't competed since he finished Daniel Cormier. We don't know if we'll see him anytime soon in the octagon, but it seems like he won't be serving out his 4-year suspension, right? I don't know what to say about Jon Jones, except I want to see that man in the ring again. I want to see the garbage stop, and I want to see a little more discipline from somebody who is that gifted. Just think about it. I'm not asking you to go to church and just totally do a 180. I'm asking you to not do cocaine before a week before a fight. I'm asking you to stay sober a week before a fight. I'm asking you to be disciplined enough to get through the storm, the lights, and the flash that comes with the fight. That's all I want. Everything else, man, listen, you can do that in your own time. I don't care. As long as when you pitch up to fight, you fight. You fight at the best of your ability. You fight fair. If he really is microdosing, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, subscribe, and I am out.